Om. Ferocious war happening between Raja Viduratha, Raja Sindhu. They are using the mantra Prayojita Bhayankara Astras on each other and each other's Sainya. And the other ones are neutralizing them. So that is described in this entire chapter and even in the next chapter. For our knowledge, all these are through the mantras also. We can invoke Mahashakti. One of the best example is Lakshmana while wanting to defeat Indrajit Meghanath. In that astra he invokes Ramashakti. Dharmatma Satyasandhascha Ramo Dasaratihi Yadi Paurushecha Apratidvandvaha Shara Enam Jahi Ravanim. That pratigna itself became a mantra Shakti and that became Astra Shakti. And that finished that Meghanada, who was not otherwise killed by anybody. So, in this way, Yantrastras we all know, Mantrastra also are there in the past, we can know. And they are always there. Now, at time we are extroverted, so we are discovering the outer things. Again, when the times of Antarmukhata comes, again everything internal will be realized. Continue. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsarusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Gurubihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyataha Sarva Vedantaha Satchastraha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattuliyam Ramanama Varanane. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Samasta ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वसिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव उपनिषद रामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोधेन योगवासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम श्रुति स्मृति पुराणे इतिहास संतवांग्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्माद् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम अध्ययनम साधना प्रयत्नम मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः. ओम यत सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मादानन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षोर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम श्रीरामचन्द्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। वसिष्ठादिऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्रीयोगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम् तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणं लीलोपाख्याने विदुरथ सिंधु समागम युद्ध आयुध वर्णनं नाम अष्टचत्वारिंशः सर्गः। श्री वसिष्ठ उवाच So first both the rajas fought with the general astras for long time. The arrows, they were in such big number but mutually neutralizing, है ना? Then seeing that Raja Sindhu, seeing that Viduratha is neutralized his astras, he has shot the Sammohanastram or Mohanastram. With that, everybody became Murchita, Chitra Likita, Chitravat, Likita Chitravat. Then Raja Viduratha used Prabodhastram. With that Prabodhastra, all of them woke up. Then he became angry with this. He used Raja Sindhu on Viduratha and the Sainyam, the Nagastra, which created huge, huge serpents. They were spreading all over the sky, mountain sized. All over the mountains also they covered. And on the earth, though, they were like Mrunala Nala. So many. Terrible poisonous snakes. And the fuming of those snakes, hissing and fuming, poison, creating such a heat that everything was getting burnt only. Visha Jwala, Visha Agni. Jwala Rupa, Agni Rupa, Visha of the serpents. Very powerful. And immediately our Vidurathaji took out and did the mantra and shot the Garudastra, Suparnastra. So Suparnastra, Garudastra, Vainateyastra, they're all same. Then thousands of Garudas have come out and they were also so big, powerful. Then they were inhaling. With that inhaling only, all the snakes from all directions have come and they have entered into the mouth of all these Garudas. So when the final snake noodle also is over, then the all Garudas also have disappeared, just like where the light goes when the lamp gets quietened. In that way, the thing is told. Up to this we saw yesterday. Okay. 37th मंत्र. उसके बाद क्या हुआ देखते हैं. ततस्तद गरुड़ानीकम. I am chanting from 37th. ततस्तद गरुड़ानीकम क्वाप्य adrushyatam deepauga iva vatena sharadevabdhamandalam. So deepauga iva vatena. When the wind comes, then that lamp bujh jata hai. So where that light goes, from where it has come. So too, the Garudas have gone from where they have come. So too, Sharadeva Abdha Mandalam. Like in the Sharad Rutu, where the clouds go, they go from where they have come. Third one, Vajra Bhityeva Pakshaugha Parvata Prakaraha Punaha. The countless mountains frightened by the Vajrayudha of the Indra as they ran away. So too, these Garudas finished their work and went away. So too the very beautiful example Vedantic Swapna Drushtam Jagadiva or Sankalpapura Puravat. Either Sankalpapura or Swapna Drushta Jagat. From the Sankalpa when we come out or from the dream when we wake up, where does that world go? In that way, the Garudas have disappeared. That's how, that all, why specifically it is said, especially you and I when we are studying this Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana in so detail, in which so many details are given, knowledges are given, we have to awaken to the higher truths and higher realities. Highest being Paramatma, a little lower level, even in the Vyavaharika Jagat also, there are higher truths, realities. One of them, see, with the Mantra Shakti, they are got manifested. When the work is over, they become unmanifest. Therefore, manifestation and manifestation happens through the sankalpa. Here, the sankalpa is mantra. A specific sankalpa done that through this arrow, so many Garudas should come. They came, did work, and went away. And catch the point. They are all sankalpa born. Extend this, that the whole universe is Ishvara sankalpa born. In that, the freedom given you and I are playing our own play of sankalpa, which is again empowered by the Ishwariya Shakti only, because of which our sankalpas also are getting fulfilled. Whatever we have now is the result of our sankalpas only. That's what said in the last chapter, last two slokas. This chapter in the beginning also. We have gone through it. Anyway, now the Garudas have gone away. Then what did Raja Sindhu do in continuation of the war? Let us see. Tatastamostramasrujato sindhurandhandhakaradam tenandhakaro vavrudhe krishno bhujataropamaha. See? Tataha tamaha astram asrujat sindhu. The Raja Sindhu has shot the tamo astra, andhakara astra. Andhandhakaradam, that which creates the pitch darkness. Samohanastra is individuals are deluded. This Andhakara Astra, Tamostra is creating the darkness everywhere. Gone. Tena Andhakaraha Avrudehe Krishnaha Bhujataropamaha. Like deep dungeon darkness, when there is a cave is there or any of the भूछिद्र is there, आप उसमें जाओगे तो कितना अंधकार होता है. इस तरह slowly सबका देखते देखते everything became so dark. Andhakarastra, Tamostra, Tamo Astra, he has shot. Viduratha, not Viduratha, Sindhu. Then Rodorandhre Pravisruta Ekarnava Iva Abhavato. So all the darkness spread from the earth up to the sky in such a way that everything has become a black, dark samudra only. One samudra, but that samudra of darkness. The samudra example, well understood if you have traveled in samudra for few kilometers at least, if not to the center. 2 किलोमीटर आप जाए, अब चारों तरफ देखो पानी पानी होता है. It is very frightening. When you look from the earth, the samudra, that feeling will not come to you. When you go into the samudra in the boat or ship or steamer, थोड़े गए ना अंदर, चारों तरफ There is nothing other than the water feeling. That's why the samsara, ajnana, moha, they all are compared with samudra. Here, the andhakara, arnava, everywhere it has happened. Then matsya iva bhavan senaha. In that samudra, like fishes, in this dark samudra, this Vidurata Sainya was appearing like the Matsya, the fishes. Then Tarashchamanayo Abhavan, all the monies, all the diamonds which they were wearing, they were chamaking like the stars in the dark pitch night. Pitch dark night में तारे चमकते ना, so too were the chamak dhamak of the taras of the money appearing like the tarakas. Then andhakara pravruttena mashipankarnavopamam. So, kajjalachala sambhara udbhuta kalpanilairiva. So, terrible wind also started blowing. In that pitch darkness, everybody were finding as if include themselves and all directions also got lost in the pitch darkest, blackest daldal, the quicksand. They just found as if like when anybody is in that daldal में ना, तो you cannot put any effort, you cannot come out. कभी आपका पाँव फंस गया तो पता होता है ना, बारिश के सीजन में कहीं जाओ, या वी हैव सीन बचपन में जब घर वर बनाते थे मिट्टी से, तो कुंदलना होता था मिट्टी को. That time the leg gone inside, it won't come out and there is no support. So they were finding themselves as if in that helpless mood. So it is like the black Itex mountains are seen, everything is seen like that, and terrible Pralaya Vayu was blowing at that time. Everybody, Andhagope Nipatita, Ivasan Sakalaha Prajaha, all the Prajas were feeling as if they have fallen in the Andhakara Kupa, a dark black cave or valley, they have fallen in the well. Then Kalpantaiva Samshemur Vyavahara Dishambrate. So all directions may every Vyavahara became standstill just like in the Kalpa Anta Samaya. Nothing can be done at that time in that pitch darkness. Absolutely everything unseen. Then to counter that, here now Vidurathaji uses the Suryastra called as Martanda Astra. Wonderful, na? विदुरथोऽथ मार्ताण्डं दीपं ब्रह्माण्डमण्डपे अस्त्रं मन्त्रविदां श्रेष्ठः सृष्ट्वा मन्त्रो व्यचेष्टयत्. So he has invoked Bhagavan Surya into that is Astra and made it as the Suryastra or Martandastra. And then he has shot that arrow. Viduratha ata Martandam Deepam Brahmanda Mandape Astram Mantravidam Sreshtaha Sushtva Mantraha Vyacheshtiyat. He chanted that mantra, invoked that into the arrow, and he shot it. What happened? Athodita tamom bodhihi smarka tamom bodhim arkagastyo gavhastivihi. The Surya came with all his kiranas. He consumed the entire darkness, like again same example, the Agastyaji has consumed the entire ocean. So the ocean of the Andhakara was consumed by the Surya Kirana of the Suryastra or this Martanda Astra. So then what happened? Athodita tamom bodhim arkagastyo gavastivihi apibat krishnamam bodhim sharatkala ivamalaha. Then everything became crystal clear, free from the darkness. Like in the Sharad Rutu, all the clouds go away. The sky is so blue, crystalline, clear. Then Andhakarambaronmuktaha Virejuramala Dishaha. All directions were clearly seen. Once the darkness went away, Bhupatehe Purataha Kanta Ivaramya Payodharaha. Like the Rani in front of the Raja. Yayuhu Prakatata Mantar Akila Vanarajayaha. So the entire, the forest, the mountains which were hidden because of the darkness, all of them got revealed. है ना, आंख बंद करो तो भी सब बंद, सब दिखता है, धीरे धीरे आंख खोलो तो एक एक प्रकट होने लगता है. So the whole thing was revealed again. Then Yehu Prakadata Mantar Akhila Vanarajaya Lobha Kajjala Jalena Mukta Iva Satam Dhiyaha. Ah, what a beautiful example given to the example the teacher teaching also. So Lobha Kajjala Jalena Muktaha Iva Satam Dhiyaha. है ना, Satam, Satpurushas, their dhi, buddhi, covered by the darkness. Darkness of what? Kajjala, the eye text. What is the eye text with which, in general, people being good still, they become dumbfounded or blindfolded because of the Kajjala. Which is that Kajal? The Kajala or Kajjala is Lobha. See that such a powerful guidance is given, knowledge is given, truth is revealed. What it means is, with all Sadgunas we may have otherwise. One Durguna called as Lobha, greed comes. It consumes all Sadgunas and then blindfolds our buddhi. Thereafter, under the influence of that Lobha, we just only continue to live life of samsara. Do you know why repeatedly we do the same things in this world called as continuous samsara? Only one Durguna, that the Lobha. So every season the mangoes come. We have eaten in last 70 years some quintals of mangoes. But फिर भी लोभ है, इस बार भी खाना है. नो नीड, जीने के लिए जो चाहिए वो थोड़ा दो, खा लो, खत्म ना. नहीं नहीं नहीं, लोभ है ना. द न्यू थिंग वांटिंग टू एंजॉय इज वन डिजायर. ऑलरेडी वेंट थ्रू थिंग्स वी वांट अगेन, दैट्स कॉल्ड लोभ. Everything of in this world we run behind it because of the lobha only, the terrible of the negativities. You know, the kamana is the basic problem. When it is unfulfilled, it becomes krodha. When it is fulfilled, it becomes lobha. You know, unfulfilled krodha, a crime is done or something is done, it's over. But when it is fulfilled, any desire, when it takes the shape of the raga or lobha, then it wants us to repeat it again and again, again and again, again and again. So once this lobha named Kajjala comes, then that Satpurusha no more remains as Satpurusha. His buddhi is covered by the lobha, therefore he become a Satpurusha only. Who is Satpurusha? A spiritual person. When Lobha Kajjala comes to him, his Sadbuddhi of spiritual pursuit gets clouded. Then whatever the thing for which he has got Lobha, he will go towards that only. Wonderful example. Lobha Kajjala Jalena Mukta Iva Satam Dhiyaha. So therefore, you and I are in generally Satpurushas. That Sat Drushti of ours is gone because of the Lobha Kajjala. So if that greed to enjoy this world or any world, when you give up, the mind is so calm and quiet. To that mind, when Guru teaches Tattvamasi, doesn't take any time to experience Aham Brahmasmi. So by this way, Vaashishtha ji is telling, let there be no lobha in our life. And the lobha is for Indriya Bhogas of Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. The manobhogas of prema asakti, like somebody loved you and you want that person to love you throughout life. Somebody respected, you want to be respected, that's called lobha, isn't it? And why somebody respected us? Because of his greatness, that he recognized something good in us. It may or may not good है तो क्या कोई recognize करे, acknowledge करे, guarantee नहीं है ना. Somebody recognized, acknowledged, therefore he loved us, he respected, and we feel so happy. And then we want it to happen again and again. लोभ होता है वहां, isn't it? Then for that we run for, so we keep doing so many funny things. In the same way, the lobha for power, that I want to be a CM and PM again and again, again and again for infinite time. All of us are lobhi only. So, when from the Satpurusha's heart with his maturity, knowing that all his Sat pursuit is blocked by the Kajjala called as Lobha, when he knows, and when he dropped at that very moment, no more is vision clouded, inner vision, his outer extrovertedness just goes away at that very moment. In that way, with this Suryastra or Martandastra, the entire darkness created by Andhakarastra, shot by Sindhuraja, has evaded, went away. That's the meaning. So, Yayuhu Prakatatam Antar Akilavana Rajayaha Lobha Kajjala Jalena Mukta Iva Satam Diyaha. So, when the Lobha named Kajjala goes away, the human beings Sat Buddhi gets liberated. Muktaha Ivam Satam Dhiyaha. सो सत्पुरुषों का बुद्धि जो तत्व को जान सकता है और सब पुरुषों का सत बुद्धि जो सत को जान सकता है, covered by the kajjala of lobha, when that goes away, that person in the world becomes charitable, service oriented, spirituality may easily travels. Morning we saw the second point. We have not come in this world to indulge in the world. भोगी के लिए बनने के लिए हम नहीं आए. So that bhoga is because of lobha, kajjala, that's gone. So his dhi is mukta now from that cloud of darkness of lobha, which was pulling that buddhi only towards the worldliness. That's gone. Now we can focus on the reality. So that way, through the example, he taught us. Vaashishtha. Thank you. Then what happened after Andhakarastra neutralized by the Martandastra? Then what happened? Ki Atakopa Kulaha Sindhu. Now the Sindhu Raja became disturbed with more and more anger. What did he do? Rakshasastram Mahabhayam Kshanadudhirayamasa Mantrodhirana Sharatmakam. So he took out one Shara, the arrow from his quiver, put it on the bow, then invoked Rakshasa mantra and made that arrow to become Rakshasastra. Then in a moment's time, invoking that mantra in that arrow, he shot that arrow. Rakshasastra bhi hota hai. Biological weapons, they are all. Then Udagur Bhishana Digbhyaha Parushavana Rakshasaha. So from all directions, Digbhyaha Udagu just started manifesting. Who? Parushaha Vanarakshasa. Very Parusha, very cruel, terrible, frightening. Vanarakshasa. The वन से आए हुए राक्षसों के समान करोड़ों लाखों राक्षस from all the directions started getting manifest. See that in our Purana Itihasas you study, we get an account of all these Astra Shastra Shaktis. We can invoke them. Rakshasastra. All the Bhima terrible Parusha Rakshasas have got manifested. Like in that story of mother also, the Raktaksha Raktabija, that fellow एक बूंद रक्त गिरता है तो उसमें से फिर से वो और राक्षस पैदा होता. That's why mother came in the Kalika Rupa. She has spread her tongue and licked all the blood and consumed that fellow's every blood. Oh, without blood he died. That Rakshas. Raktabija. Raktabija Nihantre Namaha. है ना? So in the future coming generations, maybe 3-4 generation के बाद, science will grow so much that with that external means only, any jiva of any type they want, they may project, they may create. New ones also they can create by the artificial external cross breedings. We don't know. Anything can happen, but in spite of all of that, one thing remains certain once for all, that only in the Tattvajnana that there is the moksha. कुछ भी तुम उठपटांग काम करो, बंधन में ही रहोगे. That secret keep in mind. Then Udagur Bhishana Digbhyaha Parushaha Vana Rakshasaha. So Digbhyaha Parushaha Vana Rakshasaha Udagur. Terrible Rakshasas from all directions started coming up. Then Patala Gajafutkara Shubdha Iva Mahar Namaha. So Bhayankara Samudra coming from the Patala, making so much Futkara to flow and consume the entire earth. Okay, how they were uh, Kapilordhvajata Dhumraha. So Kapila Varna they were in the brownish color. You know, Kapila Varna, not black, not red, reddish black. Like Kapi Varna and Kapila Varna are same. So Kapila, and then Urdhva Jata, they were having the whole jatas rising up only. Then Urdhva Jata, Dhumraha, they were in Dhumra Varna. Then Sputa Chatat Chataravaha, making the Bhayankara Chata Chata Shabda in their movements, etc. Then Agnayaha Lelinaha Jihvaha Ardra Indana Iva. So they each of them were having the tongues, they were like the terrible fires only. They are spread outside. So how they are Ardra Indana Iva, the dried wood, how the fire consumes were terrible. In that way were the tongues, the jihva. Like that's why the flame of the fire is called the tongue only, the tongue of the fire, flame. So they had that terrible tongues that are spread out. Then savarta vrittayo vyomni bhimachit karatang krutaha. So when mm, uh, in their presence, in their movement, like when the things get burnt, how the smoke spreads, covers all the directions. In that way, from their tongue, the fire, smoke coming, making the whole place andhakara only. Again, हाँ? सावर्त वृत्तयः स आवर्त वृत्तय मीन्स एक जगह से दूसरा घूम रहे सर्कुलर वे व्योमनि भीम चीत्कार टांकृताः so they were making the entire akasha resounding with their sounds. Then agnidaha mahadhuma vilola ivasa ulmukaha. So ulmukas, when they are burnt, how it gives that smoke and covers everywhere, that's how the smoke also being produced by them. Then damshravi sankurakranta mukhapankaksha dehakaha. So their faces, if you say that they are like the lotus, not in the beauty, but mukha is compared with the panka, then mukha panka aksha dehakaha. Then their teeth were like the mrunala of the lotus. So there is a lotus, the below is the stem, so their face, then the teeth were flowing down out of the mouth like the mrunala. That's the comparison given. Udita loma jambala. So their बाल इतना था कान वगैरह को भी ढक रहा था दुष्पल्वल तटा इवा and all this uh, hair on the body or on the head also was like, what do you call it, the old waters which is not cleaned on that dirt which is called as, covers it, the moss it is called as. In that way was their jata, covering their ears, even half of the face also. Then what were they doing? Nigirantaha pradhavantaha garjantaha sarjita iva. So they were doing garjana. With that garjana, pradhavata, and that pradhavana was sarjana. All of them were doing nigaranam. So whoever the people were there en route, running, and they were holding them and consuming. Because big Rakshasas consuming all the Sainya of the Viduratha. This Bhayankara Rakshasastra created all the Rakshasas. So their form is shown, terrible, their movements, and they were consuming these Viduratha Sainya. अब करे क्या फिर उसको भी न्यूट्रलाइज करना है. Does anything our Viduratha has got with him? An answer to it, yes, definitely. Even nowadays also India is so well aware of all the countries and their defense system. So our people also are updating continuously. Every 1 month, some new news comes that India has invented this one or struck deal with some other country in procuring the weapons. All required always. Life is that way, self created, others created, totality created, past created, nature created problems of all sorts. And as an individual and communal totality, we have to go on finding solutions to those problems. पूरा जिंदगी ऐसा ही चलता. One of the aspect out of millions is this, that when the Shatrus become powerful, we also have to become powerful. Otherwise, they will attack us. And in life in general, whether it is our inner mind intellect or the outer anybody, cannot be taken for granted. Because everybody is mind. And no mind can be guaranteed that always it is noble, always it is positive, always it is good. It either we can become bad also, or it can even rise above also. Like somebody were loving you. He stopped loving. That is because that person started hating you, he has got all negative qualities, or is reason about this worldly attachment type of life. He says, what more love and all, now I am in the remembrance of the Lord. Sorry. कभी घरों में ऐसा होता है कोई पति या पत्नी सत्संग करते करते थोड़ा भक्ति लग जाती है. पता नहीं वो जीव कितने जन्म से ले आ रहा है वो. Once that bhakti lag jata hai, she or he is more interested in those sadhanas. In that, then the interest for the husband gets reduced or the wife. Then they become miserable. मेरी पत्नी पहले जो प्यार करती थी नहीं कर रही है और पति. They have not done deliberately. No, mind is soaked in devotion. अब खींच के फिर से इधर कौन लगाएगा? उस पति उस पत्नी एक लाइफ के लिए होते हैं बस. That is also mutual prarabdha. That's it. Our usage में how many we are seeing getting separated, looking at each other and never attached to anybody, each other. दिख ही रहा है ना इसी जिंदगी में. कोई कोई तो चार चार शादी किया मतलब तीन तीन तलाक हो गए. Nothing is permanent. He has reason about that. So he cannot continuously attach to you. So in this way, the things happen in this world. World is always so funny. Nothing is permanent. Goes on, going on, changes. So in that continuously changing world, changeless परमात्मा को पकड़ना ही हमारा लक्ष्य अल्टीमेट है वो. At the व्यवहार level, problems come, don't cry, just find solution. Sometime going through the misery is the solution. All these we are telling only to say, did Raja Viduratha keep quiet or has he got any answer to that arisen problem of Rakshasastra shot by Sindhu? Yes, he has got. What is that? The Narayana Astra he has got. Fantastic. He might be having Rakshasastra also. But for the Rakshasastra, neutralizer are Narayana. If he had shot the Rakshasastra, then Sindhu would have shot the Narayana. Aisa. Keep the things ready. So, etasmin antare tasmin. Tasmin etasmin antare. In the meanwhile, when all this was happening, Leela natho viduratha. The Viduratha, the husband of Leela, Narayanastram pradade. He has took and shot the Narayanastra. Right? What is its work? Dushta Bhuta Nivaranam, which is the destroyer of all the Dushta Bhuta, Dushta Shaktis. Luckily today in our morning, Gayatri Mantra also, we chanted Bhagavan Narayana's Sudarshana Chakra Gayatri. किया क्या याद है सुबह? सुदर्शन चक्र. महाज्वालाय धीमहि तन्नः सुदर्शनः प्रचोदयातु. महामंत्राय विद्महे मंत्र राजाय विद्महे महाज्वालाय धीमहि तन्नः सुदर्शनः प्रचोदयात्. मंत्रराज याद है क्या? नहीं याद है. गुड, नथिंग टू वरी. सो मंत्र राजाय विद्महे महाचक्राय धीमहि तन्नः सुदर्शनः प्रचोदयात्. तो Narayana Sudarshan Chakra. Here, the Narayana Astra itself, he has invoked Narayan Bhagwan. मतलब मंत्र शक्ति से नारायण को भी आप इन्वोक कर सकते हो. दैट्स द प्रूफ. सो नारायणास्त्रम प्रददे दुष्ट भूत निवारणम. देन उदीर्यमाण एवास्मिन् मंत्र राजे अस्त्र राजयः राक्षसानां पशेमुस्ता अंधकारा इवोदये. As the Udaya Kala of the sun happens, the darkness as it goes away. So too, when the Narayanastra shot and it has spread his power, the entire Rakshasa Samuha, Rakshasa Astra effect, everything got nullified and neutralized. Then Pramrushta Rakshasanikam Abhavat Bhuvanatrayam. The whole three worlds have become Pramrushta, freed from the Rakshasanika, the Rakshasas which are moving and creating such a havoc, they all were removed. है ना? And in today's country like ours, democracy, the astra, is what? Is our own vote. We vote. है ना? Like in places like Bengal and all, people have voted for Rakshasa Astra for 16 years. Then you saw what has happened. Now thank God नारायणास्त्र को वोट यूज किया, वो नारायणास्त्र के रूप में. Now some good shapes started coming, isn't it? Continuously, the good people should be wise, matured, and vote properly to correct leaders. They have to be, while doing so, the existing leaders you have to see. Among them, best you select. In him, there may be some non-positive, but he is better than other. No? Like Shadiyo mein na, when the Kundali is seen of both, not Kundalini. Huh? Remember, never 100% matches. Cannot. Very rare cases. It is only in the Karana Janma it matches. In all other cases, when the matching is 70%, 30 unmatching, 65 to 70, then the Panditji says, अब इनका शादी कर सकते. 70 matching, 30 not matching, or 60 matching, 40 not matching. 100 matching कभी नहीं होता. अब it is other way around मानो, 70 not matching, 30 मैचिंग. ही सेज नहीं, ये लोग लड़ते रहेंगे, दुखी होएंगे, चलता नहीं. 100 तो कभी नहीं होता. In the same way, if somebody has born as human being and also joined as politician, he has some definitely things. Unless he is Sakshat Narayana Avatara or Maharushi or Yogi Pungava. In other way also is what? In the good doings of others also, one can see the bad things. नजर नजर है, अपना नजर होता है ना. दैट्स द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम. इसलिए वो ट्रक के पीछे लिखा होता है, बुरी नजर वाले अपना नजर ठीक करा ले. These are all things that happen. Therefore, the human beings, the Indian, the citizen, the voters, while using their Narayanastra of voting, they should select right person, the best among the existing. Don't get biased in this or that way. Then you will vote for other stupids. Then for 70 years you will suffer only, or anybody. परेशानी होते हैं, है ना? देखना पड़ेगा, isn't it? There's a lot of discussions that can be done, big subject. So the Narayanastra, I'm just telling, is a vote only, our vote power. So he shot Narayanastra, Rakshas ran away like the sun came, the darkness went away. So Rakshasanam Prashemusta Andakari Vode, Pramushta Rakshasanikam Abhavat Bhuanatrayam, Sharadiva Gatam Hodam, Yoma Nirmala Mamabhav. The whole Akasha became Nirmala from all the Dhumadi, just like the Sharad Rutu when comes. Again the Akasha is so clear of all the clouds. You can feel it, na? Sharad Rutu ke samay mein, after the rainy season, thick, dense clouds, baapre, raining. As the season ends, in the 2 months of raining, dheere, the thickness of the clouds gets reduced, then the frequency and intensity of the rain gets reduced slowly, slowly. You can see that even final small cloud also gone away. Absolutely Neela Akasha, you see. Here also Narayanastra Shakti, Rakshasas and the Dhumadi, everything which they projected, created is dispelled, gone away. Then अब क्या करे सिंधु राजा ने सोचा सारे राजा सिंधु what next one he shot the Agneyastra. Then our Viduratha I shot the Varunastra. Again Sindhu Raja has used another astram. Then Sasmara Shoshanastram he has shot. Then this one has to shoot the other one. In this way, it goes on for some more time. है ना? That Yuddha, that portion of Agneyastra and its effect neutralized by the Varunastra. Then Shoshanastra, its effect, then उसका न्यूट्रल करने के लिए क्रेंकारम कोदंडम कुंडलिप्त पर्जन्यास्त्रम he has taken. शोषणास्त्र was making the people dry, sapidity नहीं है, पूरा पानी सूख रहा है, लोग मर रहे हैं. Then he again shot the पर्जन्यास्त्र. Okay, varunam and parjanyam almost same, but the usage is different in different timings. In the same way, thereafter, in the next sarga, we will see Pishachastra is shot by him, the Raja Viduratha. Vichara see Raja Sindhu. Viduratha was more of defending type only. तो इस तरह से we will see few of them. Just our job is what? Study our glorious Shastra, go through the story. If it's only a story aspect, enjoy it. If something is to be learned from that, learn. But our mind is in the Shastra, in the Guru, in the Tattva. In the meantime, one simple thing can be what? Between the individuals, this way, the huge wars can happen. And supporting those individuals who are there, they also have to fight war. In that way, the killings happen outside. Dukkha happens there. All of it starts from one's own inner ignorance. Only. Just imagine a person whose mind is so could only the Atma Tattva. He is not identified with his own upadhis. What does he want from this world? So, where is a competition for him with anybody? Where is a war for him with anybody? Simply, you see the Adhyatmika Jivana when it is there is no war, there is no yuddha, there is no killings, there is no samsara. आप समझ लो इस बात को. And opposite of it, when the Tattva Drushti is not there, Jiva Drushti, Deha Drushti are there. If not this type of terrible wars, of high level of calamity, otherwise, every time there is outside quarrel, in the mind war, anyway going on. अब जब इस तरह भीतर बाहर युद्ध होता रहता है तो दुख के अलावा सुख कहां से मिलेगा. दैट्स हाउ वी आर ऑल लिविंग दैट लाइफ ऑफ दुख. थिंक अबाउट इट. सो स्टार्ट बिकमिंग आध्यात्मिक वेर इन गोल इज ओनली परम तत्व. नथिंग एल्स इज द गोल. सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य माम एकम शरणम व्रज. ये गोल पकड़ लो, धीरे धीरे उबर आओगे आप. Like already as you are studying Shastras, at least this 1 hour, you are not a part of the samsara. Is it neither adding for other samsara nor yourself? 1 घंटा सत्संग सुनी रहे, क्या नुकसान हो रहा है आपको या लोगों को? Nothing. That's what in the morning we said. Yesterday thought we got third. Every day last 7 days we are seeing that common sense thought. In this world we are only to serve to the extent possible and required, neither to get anything. Selfless, egoless, humble service. ना कुछ खोना है ना कुछ पाना है, नहीं तो खोने का भी नहीं होता. So this is how with wisdom we have to rise above. People think this is an escapism, this is a passiveness, this is a lethargy, this is an irresponsibility. It's a doesn't want to perform. I say so. No, it's a wisdom. That I am the self, I want that to identify with that. Therefore, I am not the upadhi. Therefore, upadhi related worldliness, I don't want. ये तो विवेक से उत्पन्न वैराग्य है. It's not an escapism. Whereas the others are escaping spirituality by justifying their worldliness, and same thing they try to impose on us also. Be careful. समझ गए ना बात? अब देखो, इमेजिन करो, आप ये सत्संग आना, शास्त्र पढ़ना, साधना करना छोड़ कर बाकी लोगों की तरह आप पूरे दुनिया में ही फंसे रहते हैं, तो कितने दोस्त, कितने दुश्मन, कितने आर्ग्यूमेंट्स, कितने डिसअपॉइंटमेंट चलता ही रहता था ना. नाउ यू आर सेफ और नॉट, प्रैक्टिकली देखो. Then the big answer to the big question, but what about the world? Worldliness already said now. It's a big trap. Trapped by the samashti mind called as Maya of Ishvara, trapped by the mutual minds, and trapped by our own mind. Projection, giving reality, making us run towards it, and making us addicted to it. All that is a trap only, no? Like in today's world, the entire production units are just trapping the human beings to such an extent that what's required is 10-20%. What is the artificially created requirements are 80%. Trap. The whole human beings are trapped now in the Bhautikavada. एग्जाम्पल, आपके घर में जो चीजें हैं उसमें 70% आपको जरूरत ही नहीं है, 80% कभी कभी, बट वी आर ट्रैप्ड. मॉर्निंग में सारे एग्जाम्पल्स ना. क्यों 20 तौलिया है भाई, एक तौलिया है यूज कर रहे हो, फट गया है तो और एक हो सकता है. वाई अदर 18? Is it not a trap? When you use the second one, that time you buy the third if required. Why 17, 18 are there? It's a trap. In the same way, you have one or two friends, be happy with them. Then why all the social media, social contacts you want to establish with the people who are in another country? कोई संबंध ही नहीं है भाई. In that bargain, you are missing your love to your family, your friends, your near and dear ones. Is it not a trap? In the same way, it's all trap, the extrovertedness. Understand it. Therefore, don't argue with the worldly people who try to pull you there. You be in your own senses. Be in your own wisdom. The wisdom is go beyond everything, see the reality. इस तरह से इससे आप पाठ सीख सकते हो. थैंक यू. सर्वम भगवत चरणारविंदार्पणम. ओम पूर्णमदः. थैंक यू. लेट अस स्टडी तुलसी रामायण sometime.